Mia Love came out and she not only attacked Donald Trump, but she had this to say about minorities. This is cut number 5.
Above all, my experience in the last year has provided me a big reminder of who I am and what my purpose is. This election experience and these comments shines a spotlight on the problems Washington politicians have with minorities and Black Americans. It's transactional. It's not personal. You see, we feel like politicians claim they know what's best for us from a safe distance, yet they're never willing to take us home.
You know, this is a really interesting point because conservatism is a very male philosophy. And when I listen to Mia Love, what I hear is the voice as a married man for many, many decades. Well, I know when I'm hearing my wife say something that sounds irrational to me, but is right. This drives every husband crazy, right? You're listening to your wife and she's saying something and you know it doesn't make any sense and you know she's right. This is why women drive men crazy. This is why men die first. It's because they say these things. Women say, I'm listening to her and I'm saying, who has benefited under Trump, right? Black people, they're working with historic numbers. Under Ronald Reagan, blacks, second only to single women, benefited from the Reagan boom more than any other group. And right now, people, minorities, Latinos, blacks, they are doing really well under the Trump economy. So I'm listening to her and I'm saying, what are you talking about? Why are you complaining about this? But she's right. And this is the thing that makes people like George H.W. Bush and George W. Bush play to the media and basically admit or indicate that conservatism is not compassionate. We don't go into the neighborhoods and explain ourselves and listen. We don't go in and listen, and we don't go in and say, here is my plan for doing this. You know, we forget that the founders of this country, James Madison said this, said the object of government is the happiness of the people. We always forget that. Now, obviously, we want the least government possible. That was what the founders wanted to. Obviously, we want to be free, but we're not supposed to sit here while people are, this latest piece of news that the life expectancy has gone down in this country, despite the advances we've made in curing cancer. I shouldn't say we've made, the scientists have made in curing cancer and beating back the death rate from cancer. It's all from suicide. It's all from drug addiction. It's all from despair. It is from despair. If people are despairing, the leaders of the country have to go out and talk to them. Now, Trump did go out and talk to them, but he does have a problem communicating compassion and decency to the rest of the country. And that is why Mia Love was voted out of office. People voted against her because they wanted to speak up to Trump. They want the country somewhere in the center where it's tolerant, but it's not socialist. That's basically what they said. They voted in conservative Democrats who will now vote for socialist programs, because they're wolves in sheep clothing, and they voted against. What's the problem with Trump, right? Everything is going so well. He's doing such a good job. It's obviously the way he is. The thing that people are voting against is the roughness, the kind of uncaring, the boorishness. That's what we're not communicating. I think we ought to listen to Mia Love, even though it drives us crazy. It's like the old joke among conservatives about liberals was they would say it works in practice, but does it work in theory? But that's a problem with conservatism too. It doesn't matter how good your theories are if the people are suffering and if they don't feel heard.